when Pete gets here, why don't you let me handle it?
No, I'd better do it. My new analyst said that I've got to work out my own problems, and I might as well start now.
Your new analyst? What happened to your old analyst?
Oh, he and I never really had any rapport. He said I made him nervous.
I see. Look, I think I better do the talking.
No, it's my job. I'll do it.
Good morning, Mr. Kaufman. Barry, you wanted to see me?
Mr. Wisegarden would like to speak to you.
Maybe you'd better do it.
Pete, Barry teaches history in one of our adult education classes a couple of nights a week. He needs someone to take over his classes for him.
But my new analyst said that the double responsibility of teaching both night and day classes is too much for me.
So I suggested you because of your well-known love of teaching and your dedication to the high educational standards of Walt Whitman High School. And because you've just suffered a tragedy that is the worst thing that can happen to a teacher.
What's that?
A ring job.
A what?
My car needs a ring job. Okay, I'll take it. I could use the money.
Well, wait a minute. Now, we don't want you to just take it because you need the money. Think of it this way. You'll be teaching adults who really want to learn.
Like I said, I'll take the job.
I mean, it's really rewarding, Pete. Those people aren't like the kids we teach in the daytime. They're really receptive to what we have to offer.
I'll take the job.
Well, we don't want you to just take it because we're pressuring you either.
Oh, you're not pressuring me. My garage is. Can I have the job?
Why should I be so upset? Monday and Wednesday nights, you take an extension course at the university. On Friday nights, you play basketball. And now on your 2 free nights, you're going to be teaching a class. I mean, any girl would just flip to have a boyfriend she can see at lunch.
That reminds me. I won't be able to have lunch with you tomorrow.
When do you start?
Tonight?
That means we won't be able to see that movie again, huh?
That's right. The class won't be over until 10.
By the time I see that movie with you, it'll be on TV.
Unless they've got an X-rated channel. I'll tell you what, you go to the movie and I'll meet you afterwards for coffee.
Terrific.
Ralph Fisk.
Glad to meet you, Mr.
Fisk, Ralph Fisk.
I'm Pete Dixon.
Oh, glad to meet you. Where's Mr. Wisegarten?
I'll be taking over for Mr. Wisegarten.
Oh, yeah, his new analyst said he needed a change, didn't he?
Right.
Right. Well, I hope it helps. We're all pulling for him. Welcome aboard, Mr. Dixon.
Thank you.
Oh, we left off last time discussing Zachary Taylor.
I know. I talked to Mr. Wisegarten about that.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to wish you luck.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you read the assignment?
Yeah.
What did you think of Taylor's decision? When I first
Frank. How's it doing? Okay, Ted. How's the bowling?
Hey, I had a 564 series last night.
I had a 548. But my last game was a 210.
Hey, you keep that up, you'll have to turn pro.
Good evening. I'm Pete Dixon. I'll be taking over for Mr. Wisegarten.
Is he all right?
Oh, he's fine. Just fine.
Fine. Well,
Well, hello.
Hello, goodbye.
Goodbye. Airport.
Airport. Mother.
mother, father.
Wait a minute. Mother, father, airport? What's this all about?
It's free association. Mr. Wisegarten says it helps us loosen our minds.
It's a very good idea. I do things a little differently, so we'll just drop the free association for now. Let's talk about Zachary Taylor. One of the few men in history who was more famous before he became president than after. Who knows why? Yes, Miss,
Mrs. Bankston, Judy Bankston. He was a big general during the Mexican War.
Right. Who can add to that? Ralph?
Well, one of the most interesting things about Taylor was that he really didn't like politics. As a matter of fact, very few people realize that before he became a presidential candidate himself, he never even voted.
Very good. Okay, we got a famous general who became president. Who knows how many generals became presidents?
The Southerners were asking that the African slave trade be opened again.
Right. And there was something else they wanted in the late 1840s. Who knows what it is? Ralph.
The thing they wanted most was the...
That's it.
What do you say we grab a beer?
Sure. Where do you want to go?
Leo's?
You were wonderful. Just wonderful. You know, you remind me of my grandson.
Thank you.
Would you do me a favor, please?
If I can.
Would you read this over and fix up all the mistakes?
Okay.
See if you can do it by next time.
I'll try.
Thank you.
Good night now.
Good night.
Ladies first.
I just wanted to say I enjoyed the class tonight.
So did I. It's a new experience for me.
I never got so much out of a class before. Don't tell Mr. Weisgarten I said that.
Okay. Good night now.
Good night.
You know, that was a very interesting point you made about Millard Fillmore there. I mean, I considered I knew a lot about the guy, but I never realized that he was the first vice president to fire the whole cabinet when he became president. I always wondered, what do you think would have happened if he hadn't signed the fugitive slave law?
Look, Ralph, maybe we can pick it up Thursday, okay?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the way I figure it, Harriet Beecher Stowe probably wouldn't have written Uncle Tom's Cabin if Fillmore hadn't signed that fugitive slave law. It took 53 ballots for the Whigs to choose a candidate. Could you imagine that? 53 ballots! No wonder they went out of business, you know? Hey, look at this. I didn't realize we walked that far.
It's been nice talking to you, Ralph. Maybe we can pick it up again sometime.
Pete, can I buy you a cup of coffee?
No, thanks. I'm meeting somebody.
Bet it's a girl, right?
Right.
Ah. Hey, which one is she?
A girl sitting at the table.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought so. Boy, she is a real lovely-looking girl, Pete.
Yes, she is.
Is she a teacher?
No, a counselor.
Counselor. Oh. Boy, you two make a real lovely-looking couple. Well, I guess we can finish our talk on Thursday, huh?
Ralph, I'd invite you in, but...
Hey, I understand. You have a date.
That's right.
Well, we'll finish our talk on Thursday. Enjoy your coffee. I'll see you on Thursday, huh?
Take care.
Okay. Night, Pete.
Ralph.
You know, most people don't think of Franklin Pierce as a funny president. But this is one of my favorite stories about him. Someone once went up to him and said, "Mr. President, what do you think is the trouble with Congress?" And he said, these are my own words, of course. He said, "The less important the subject, the more they talk about it."
Ralph, what kind of work do you do?
Oh, I'm nothing important. I'm a dispatcher over at AQ Trucking. I was just trying to remember what college Franklin Pierce went to.
Offhand, I don't know.
Or was it Amherst? Boy, isn't it funny how you can know something as well as your own name and then just forget it? Well, I'll let you know. It was nice meeting you, Liz. Hope I didn't keep you up too late.
Oh, that's all right. After the 15th cup of coffee, I can't sleep anyway.
You have some sense of humor there. Well, take care, you guys. I'll see you soon.
Good night, Ralph.
He's a nice guy.
Very nice.
He certainly is interested in history.
Very interested.
He's dull, Pete.
Very dull.
Can I help you?
You're Mr. Kaufman, aren't you?
Yes?
Yes, I thought so. I've seen you from a distance, but I've never seen you up close. Fisk is my name, Ralph Fisk.
Fisk. You a parent of one of the students?
Oh, I'm a student.
You're a student?
Yeah, I guess you thought I meant a day student. I go to school at night. I've been going here for 6 or 7 years. That's how come I know you.
7 years?
Well, I graduated when I was a kid. Now I take classes just for fun, especially history. I am what you would call a history nut.
Well, have you ever considered college, Mr. Fisk?
Oh, no. I never thought I could make it in college.
I see. Well, what can I do for you?
I really came to see Mr. Dixon. Boy, he is some history teacher.
Find him in room 222.
No, he's not there. I've already looked, but it's empty.
Oh, well, maybe he's got a free period right now. If you'd like to wait in the administration office, you're very
Maybe
welcome.
he's with Liz. Boy, Liz and Pete make a really great couple, don't they?
Mr. Fisk, excuse me, I'm a little busy right now.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ready for lunch?
Alone?
Just you and me. Hamburgers instead of the cafeteria.
Put it that way, you make hamburgers sound like filet mignon.
Oh, honey, about last night. I'm sorry, but what could I do? You just tagged along.
Pete, Liz? Guess who asked me to have lunch with him? Pete. No, the new physics teacher. You know, the cute one with the glasses?
Alice, you know, I think...
Liz, Pete. Hi, glad I caught up with you.
Alice, this is Ralph Fisk, a student in my night class.
Hello.
Pleased to meet you.
Well, now if you'll excuse me, I have to go. Nice meeting you. Bye.
Bye. Boy, she's some cute chicken.
Oh, what brings you over here, Ralph?
Well, where I work is just a couple blocks away. And I looked up the answer to that question.
What question?
You know, the one about Franklin Pierce and where he went to college? Some things kind of just nag away at you.
Oh, they sure do.
Well, it's Bowdoin College. Class of 24. 1824.
Thanks, Ralph. Thanks for dropping by. Well, Liz and I, we're going to lunch.
Lunch? No kidding. So am I.
The South was very interested in something the United States wanted to purchase in the 1840s. What was it? Judy.
Cuba. We offered Spain $100 million for it, but they turned it down.
I know a lot of airlines that would have been a lot happier today had they accepted.
Hi. Gee, I'm glad I caught you. There's something you said tonight in class I want to talk to you about. For instance, very few people realize that bathtubs in Philadelphia in 1836 were illegal.
Look, Ralph, tonight, if you don't mind.
Oh, wow. Hey, thanks, Pete.
For what?
You know.
I have never been so shocked at the thought of committing adultery.
Alice, having lunch with a married man isn't committing adultery.
I don't care. I'll never trust a physics teacher again. Hey, here comes Pete. He's with that man again.
Hi, Liz.
Hello.
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 Beautiful evening, isn't it?
Hi. Can I have some apple pie and coffee, please?
Coffee.
It's Alice, isn't it?
Yes, Alice Johnson.
I hate
Johnson?
to be the one to break the news
You
to
related
but
to one of the
even
two
Laurel and
ex-presidents?
Hardy were occasionally seen apart.
Oh, I'm Ralph Fisk. We met at school the other day.
I remember.
You come here often?
Yes, quite a bit.
You a teacher?
No, not yet. I'm student teaching.
Oh. What subject?
History.
History?
She just said the secret word.
You know, Pete and I were just talking about what it was like to live in the 18th century.
You were?
Mm-hmm. Did you know that between 1820 and 1860, the center of population shifted 16 miles east of Bloomfield, West Virginia, to 20 miles south of Chillicothe, Ohio?
I just know he's going to ask me for a date. Now, what am I going to say if he calls?
What do you want to say?
Well, I want to say no, but in a wonderful way.
Why don't you just make up a good excuse?
I'm not very good at that, especially when the guy isn't a winner. Those seem to be the guys that are always calling me. You know, the kind that ask you to go to the Sound of Music on the first date. Well, I've seen it 3 times.
Maybe he won't call after all.
Oh, he'll call. He thinks I'm cute. I mean, I'm not, but he thinks I am.
Hey, this has got to have happened to you before. It happens to all of us. What do you usually do?
Of course, that's it. Thank you, Liz.
Well, you're welcome. What do you do?
Well, I usually go out with him 3 times. Well, you see, if I don't go out with him the first time, he feels totally rejected. Now, if I go out with him once and don't go out with him again, Well, then he thinks I had a bad time on the first date. Now, if I only go out with him twice, now, this makes sense, it really does. Now, if I only go out with him twice, then he thinks I only went out with him the second time because I had such a bad time on the first date. I figured 3 times. Doesn't that make sense?
You keep following that line of reasoning, and you're going to marry somebody just to keep from hurting his feelings.
I had a fantastic time.
Did you?
Yeah?
You really liked the movie, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Such a good movie.
Yeah.
I've seen it 3 times already. Oh, gee, your parents are still waiting up for you.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was that early.
Oh, that's okay. I have to get up early tomorrow anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
so you really liked the movie, huh?
Oh, I really did. I loved it. Julie Andrews is absolutely my most favorite actress.
The scenery was good. Boy, you don't see mountains like that every day, you know.
Those are really great mountains. And the music. It was a wonderful movie.
Well, they did take some historical liberties, you know.
That's true. Not too many people sang their way through World War II.
I mean, I know the Germans actually did occupy Austria during those years, but there were several very prominent German officers they didn't even begin to deal with. First, there was General von...
I'll see you again real soon, okay?
When?
Notice anything different about tonight?
Let's see. Steak dinner, cherry pie, beautiful woman. No, just an average night.
We are alone.
I did notice that.
Oh, I gotta stop giving those kids my number. Hello? Oh, hi, Alice. Hey, look, can I call you back to... You did? Well, how'd it go? You did? Hey, that's one way to keep him from talking. Hey, but what are you gonna have to do next time?
Something wrong?
Hey, I didn't realize you were so upset. Yeah, I would be too. No, it's not your fault. Hey, listen, we'll talk about it tomorrow at school, okay? All right, good night.
Well, you want to talk about it, or you just want to stand there practicing your evil eye?
That was Alice. She just got back from a date with your friend Ralph.
What else did I do?
It's what you didn't do.
Let's take that again. What didn't I do that I should have done?
You should have told your friend Ralph to leave you alone.
I would have. But one way or another, that's what everybody has told him.
Look, I love you for it, but you gotta stop feeling responsible for all the Ralphs in the world.
Isn't that my problem?
Not when it starts affecting me. This is the first time we've been alone since you started teaching that class, and who are we talking about? Ralph.
You brought it up.
Alice brought it up. She's having a nervous breakdown trying to figure out how to say no to your friend Ralph without hurting his feelings.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you want me to do about it? Tell him he's boring and dull?
You want Ralph around for the rest of your life?
Of course not.
Then, honey, you're not helping that guy. Because sooner or later, you're going to have to walk away. And when you do, it's going to be the biggest fall he's ever had.
Good class tonight. Of course, Buchanan was the only president who was never married, but did you know that he was engaged to a rich girl? And her parents made her call it off because they thought he was a fortune hunter. Hey, Pete, aren't we going for coffee tonight?
Why don't we sit in the car and talk for a minute, okay, Ralph?
Sure, Pete. Buchanan said he would never be happy again after he met that girl and broke up with her. Well, I wonder.
Ralph, can I say something?
Sure. Anything. Go ahead.
It's important.
Hey, feel free to say anything. I mean, I consider you a good friend. Can't say that about too many people.
Why do you think that is?
What? That I don't consider too many people my friend?
That's right. Why?
I don't know. I guess most people aren't interested in the same things I am. I guess we don't have things in common, like you and me.
What do we have in common, Ralph?
You know, history.
What else? You've talked a long time now. What do you really know about me?
I know you're a good guy.
Have you ever wondered how I feel about anything? Or for that matter, ever given me a chance to say anything?
Hey, Pete, let's go out for coffee now.
Just a minute. A pause in the conversation is not a personal sin. Tell me how you feel about what I just said. Why can't you do that, Ralph? Try talking with people instead of at them.
I do talk to people. I mean, I try to talk. You just don't seem to be interested.
That's because you give people information. What can they say? That's an interesting fact, Ralph.
What about when I talk history to you? That doesn't bore you, does it?
I'm more than just a history teacher. I'm a human being. I have other interests. Show some interest in people, Ralph. Maybe they'll show some interest in you.
Thanks, Pete. I thought you were my friend.
You never gave me a chance.
Hi, Frank.
Oh, hi.
Hey, did you read the assignment?
No, I didn't have time.
Oh. Hey, Frank, how's your bowling coming along?
Fine,
Good.
fine. You bowl?
Oh, yeah. Did you know that in the White House they have a bowling alley? And the first time it was used... I'm not very good at bowling. But I understand that you're great.
I'll talk to you after class.
Okay. Terrific.
It's all clear.
Lunch alone? I don't believe it.
Oh, Pete! I want to talk to you about that committee report on dropouts.
We were going to lunch.
Fine, we'll talk while we eat.
Pete, listen, can I have lunch with you? Because that certain teacher I was telling you about, he asked me out to lunch again. And I just don't want to get involved, you know. Thanks.